So, this is going to upset a lot of people, but who, at this point, I don't really care. So, Bearing's got his channel back. Good for him. However, I want to address the numerous number of people who I've seen in comment sections about this, saying that somehow Bearing was not breaking copyright law. He was. Bearing can claim all he wanted, that the top part was theirs and that the rest was his, but I'm sorry to Bearing and other people who believe he was in the right. He wasn't in the right at all. For example, let's take Mickey Mouse. If you, say for example, cut the top part off of Mickey Mouse and left his ears and just that top part, but you drew the rest of him, that character is still Mickey Mouse. And that's what Bearing did. He drew the rest of that character exactly the same. It was still the bear from Total Drama Island, regardless whether it was just the top part he used that was the originally theirs to be the rest of it. It doesn't matter. Second part comes in was when he monetized his channel, because Bearing was then making money off a character and a property he did not own. That is copyright law. It doesn't matter what you say, that is the law. And the other thing I want to address is the fact that something has unfortunately just come out today, that apparently Bearing was going to dox someone. Now, according to the channel this came from, I'll leave a link down to it below, I really disagree with what Bearing did here. Now, the argument can be made that the guy he was going to dox had made this information public. However, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't matter. Bearing was going to make this information public, and we all know what happens when information like this is made public. Bearing has about 300,000 subscribers. What's going to happen is that they are going to dogpile this guy. He's going to receive a mass number of God knows how much hate and emails, and it was all because Bearing is going to dox him. Now, people can say that the argument is, oh, but the information was made public. It doesn't matter. The second Bearing shows that information, we all know what's going to happen. We all know it is. And you can say, oh, no, it's not going to happen. Yes, it is. Don't lie to yourself. It's that guy was going to get dogpiled. That is doxing. And I'm sorry, Bearing, but what gives you the right to do it to someone else, even though numerous times you've claimed of your SJW side that how dare they dox this person? But for some reason it's alright for you to do it, Bearing. And this is something that I have noticed from other people in the skeptic community, that for some reason all logic and reason goes out the window the second that it's their favourite content creator involved. This is hypocrisy to the absolute maximum. It should not matter whether it's your favourite or most hated YouTuber. Doxing is doxing. It doesn't matter if the information is public or not. Because the second Bearing showed that, or was going to show that information, I don't know if he's actually shown it, we all know what's going to happen. That guy is going to get dogpiled. He's going to receive a slew of hateful emails. And whose fault is it? It's Bearing's fault. So that's the situation we are in today. And unfortunately, Pooh Bear doesn't seem to want to take responsibility. Unfortunately, looking at some of his people who are criticising Bearing, this isn't the first time he's done this. So, bad form, Bearing, bad form.